Hey everybody, welcome or welcome back. So for this zodiac build, I was going to do a house, but everything felt very sort of, I don't know, it was like twin townhouses, but in one monotone, one cute colours, and it just felt very overdone, and I get that is kind of the point of these builds because it is supposed to be stereotypes, but I wanted to do something a bit different. So I absolutely adore this apartment. This is one of my favourite apartments in San Myshuno because of how weird it is. It's very sort of it's two floors, but they go over the top of each other, the two different apartments. It's very weird. So I actually did it upside down, so the bedrooms are on the ground floor and then the main living space is on upstairs. So the brief for this was base tones, warm white, light wood, muted greys for balance, with accent pops of lemon yellow, teal, mint, lavender, coral, reflecting Gemini's playful and expressive side, with metal accents, brushed gold or matte black for a modern conversational edge. So I went hard with the colour at first, and then I reread the brief and I was like, yes, maybe this is a bit much for pops of colour. So I did really rein it back in. So this is the kitchen. It is supposed to be open plan, and I did originally have it as open plan, but I really felt like that wall just needed an arch or something, so I did go for the widest arch that it could be, so it technically still is open plan, but it's open plan living space that blends lounging, socializing, I can't speak today, and working zones. Zoned chaos using rugs, lighting or colour blocks to divide areas without walls, showing Gemini's love for flexibility and multitasking. Compact reading nook and techie desk area, which we haven't got to yet because we're in the kitchen. Did I have a brief for this kitchen? I didn't, because this brief generated slightly differently. So I picked the main sort of colours that we have. So we have this corally pink colour going throughout, along with a soft blue and the light yellow. So I think that's lemon. No, yeah, my brain's confused. Lemon yellow? Yeah, that's what I want. I thought I was saying melon, but I wasn't. I'm confused. Help. But we have those sort of colours going throughout. And I'm not sure if the bedroom is a bit disjointed from upstairs, but we'll get to that later and you can tell me, or at least I hope you'd tell me. But we have this sort of dining space here because we do have the bar stools in the kitchen, but we have we have this dining table space over here. And then we also have the living area in this space as well. And it did get a bit tight, so I think my solution for that is, it's not groundbreaking, but for me, it was kind of smart. So we just have these, I really like that big white blocky pattern. I'm not sure what it's actually supposed to be, whether it's plastic or something, but I never ever use it. And I just thought it brought a bit more dimension to the space. And I really tried to make this sectional sofa work, and it just was not working, and we do end up getting rid of it. But I really did try. Because it's one of my favourite sofas. I can never get it to really work in a space. But yeah, I really like that corally colour as well. And I briefly considered flipping things around, but that didn't work, so. There is one wall I wish I had removed from this place. I wish I had taken out the wall separating the office from the hallway. I wish it was just a long hallway with a divider with the office on the other side. I think that would really, it would work better like that, but I didn't do that, and I only thought about it in editing, so it doesn't look like that. because I've already recorded everything. So yeah, my main solution for getting around the dining table was to just move the chair, as you can kind of see. Not really, because we're not facing that way, but you may have seen it. But what I really liked about this build was that it was supposed to be like, not conservative, that's the wrong word, contemporary is the word that I'm looking for. So sort of contemporary, but with like a few thrifted pieces. So we have a few things that don't really make all that much sense and like kind of clash, but not clash. Like that coffee table and that armchair. They go with the space, but they are different enough, I think, from everything else. They've got sort of like a different vibe to them, which I liked because I feel like it lent into that has been thrifted sort of vibe. This build really is sort of about that whole juxtaposition of the old and the new, and the colour and the like the whites, or the neutrals rather than just white. And I really struggled with this divider because I really liked that first one, but it was just taking up so much space with how it like zigzagged. So in a bigger space it would have worked perfectly, but for this specific space it wasn't gonna go. And then I do change that, because while I love those patterns, I remembered that this existed, and this brought in like a load of the other colours that we were using, and that just worked better because we needed the pops of black in there. And then this brief is actually a complete mess this time. So that's not really helping me all that much, but we do have a bathroom brief. The bathroom is minimal but quirky, geometric tiles, dual soaps or mismatched towels. A speaker on the counter for music for podcasts during showers. Now I think I did put a speaker in the downstairs bathroom, the one with the shower in it, but I don't think I did one up here. But that tiling that you briefly saw for about half a second is absolutely gorgeous, and we do use that in other places throughout this build. So yeah, it's that wall. I keep moving, so I can't be more specific than that. It's the wall that divides the office space from the main hallway. I just wish I had changed that, but I kind of wanted 2 bedrooms and I really could not make that work, and I cut all that footage of me faffing about with that. Because I really don't like the whole concept of accessing a bedroom through another bedroom. So, and originally it was just going to be like the bedroom and the office was going to be one big room, and I was going to separate it with like a divider. So I did have that idea in concept originally, but I just didn't think about it. But I'm not sure that these colours really match the upstairs. It's the bed. The bed is throwing me off. So if I could have your opinion on that would be great. But the bedroom's brief is dual purpose, sleep and dream space, plus late night idea zone. Mix calm tones with pops of lavender and grey or white and mint, which is why the mint ended up coming in. Bed clutter, journals, earbuds, water glass, tarot cards, cat toys. Geminis don't fully shut off. So I guess the office still technically is an extension of the bedroom because of how it's laid out, but not quite. Like, it's there, but it's also separate. But I did get like a load of clutter items. I'd go back later and clutter it up. But yeah, I'm not particularly confident about the colour scheme of that bedroom, as I've said. But the office, I don't think I had a brief for that either. I was just sort of going off like the main vibes of the place. But I really do like this office, and I put that picture sort of like it looked like it was sitting on the shelf. And I wish we had more snap points for things, because moving these things around manually was a right pain. And then I wanted like a little coffee seating zone. I feel like that's important in an office. You need a chair in an office, I feel. And then we did those Desert Luxe curtains that are amazing. And then I'm just trying to pull the more colours in so that it's more cohesive throughout. And then we get a bookcase in here, which brought in the heavy black accent, which we needed. Well, not necessarily needed, but I feel like it helped. And yeah, I am running out of things to say because I am tired. I love that lamp. That is one of my most favourite lamps in the game. But yeah, and then I was like, oh, we don't have a laundry, and I always put a laundry in these. I should always put a laundry in the Zodiac builds. Now I say that, I'm not entirely sure that I do, but I put it in the hallway. I mean, technically it probably could be like a communal facility in the apartments, but the apartments don't work like that in gameplay, and I like to build these builds for gameplay specifically because hopefully people are downloading them and using them. I'm gonna have to upload this as a room though, because that's just how apartments work, so I will be bashing out doorway holes, so you're just gonna have to pop those walls back in, which shouldn't be too much of a problem because there aren't that many doors in this place. It's gonna have to be 2 rooms as well because it's over 2 floors, thinking about it. But I will label it on my gallery. I will also probably be changing my gallery name soon because I have not done that yet. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. I really did enjoy building this. I'm very much in a pink, blue, pink, blue and yellow sort of mood apparently. Like, that's not my normal style at all, but for building, that seems to be everything I do. It's just pink, yellow and blue at the moment, and I don't know why. It just is. I don't know whether it's because like they are just my go-to colours at the moment, or is that because that is the most cohesive colour pattern throughout The Sims. Like, if you're trying to make a cohesive build, is that just what we're dealing with? Are those 3 colours like the best? I'm not sure, but it's what I've been noticing with myself. So I really do like that bedroom, especially like the egg chair that you can curl up in and read a book in or whatever. And then you're just going around with some clutter. And I also decided we were going to give them a cat because I don't always do pets in my Zodiac builds. But this mentioned in the brief, it mentioned cat toys in the bedroom. So I was like, ah, yes, cat toy. So cat. So I did chuck cat things around the place. So they've got some toys and they've got beds in every location really. And also a couple of lift trays. I think I only put 1 bowl in, but cats are generally pretty alright at looking after themselves, so I don't really see that being a problem. But that little sheep rug was adorable. I do wish we had more cat beds though, or like just like pet beds in general. And I also feel like cats have been like really left out. Like, the dogs have the whole agility thing, but cats are like, oh, here's a feather on a stick and that's it. Like, where's the cat enrichment stuff and like, I don't know, shelves that you can put on walls that the cats can walk on or things like that. I feel like that really needs a overhaul, but the most of the pets that are just not going to get it, so there's also that. And then I was worried about, well, one, I like privacy, and so I like this idea anyway, just for privacy, but I was worried about the cat being a little bit too curious and just sort of falling off the balcony. So I love those vines, so I put all those vines up. Placing that was a nightmare, but I managed it. And then we get like a dining table and a nice little seating area. I don't think, do I have a balcony brief? I am not entirely sure, and I don't want to spend all my time looking for it, but I adore that table. Apparently that is my new favourite table. It did suggest pattern curtains. We didn't end up going for pattern curtains, but I did pull in the patterns in other places. Like, best styles are geometric prints, abstract faces, stars, or asymmetrical colour blocks. Use these for the living room or bedroom as focal points. I'm not entirely sure I did that, but I did definitely bring in the patterns, like especially with the more thrifted items. And then it was also no, I'm lagging, my brain's lagging, don't do that. I adore these lights, but I didn't want them everywhere. I felt they were a bit much everywhere, so I find like a more same sort of style but more toned down, but we kept them over the kitchen island, but we do these lights everywhere else because they're still like nice and quote-unquote high-end, but they're not overbearing and like too much in the space. I can't find that bit in the brief at the moment where it said about the pops of like black and the thrifted items, but it is in here, I promise. I don't want to spend all my time looking for it and not talking to you, as we are at the end now. So this is the absolutely gorgeous sim that we've got for today, and I will show you them in the gallery because I can't remember what their name is for the life of me. Okay, that's why. They don't have a name, they're just known as Gemini Zodiac. They do have they them pronouns and they do appear to be a spellcaster. They are by Game Burb, and I just thought like their design is just so iconic. I love it. So that's who we chose today. They are scared of tremors, and we live in a tremor zone apparently, so I'm just gonna let them go do their own thing, but if they're running around scared, that's why. So this is our entry. I tried to say entry and entrance at the same time. This is our entryway. We've got a little hanging area for like coats and stuff, and a mirror so you can check your outfit before you leave. In this door here we have a bathroom, just a shower, sink and toilet, no bath in this one. And then we have a laundry nook here. I don't normally do that. What's happened? How has the game deleted my ceiling despite the fact that it's not up? Alright, I just tried to put the ceiling back and it said something like no op or something, so I don't know, I can't fix it, so I guess we just have to deal with that. But we have a little seating area, and I did give them a cat. A little cat bed in the office area might have been nice. I might add one. But this is the office area. The floor plan was a bit weird, so I tried to utilise it as best I can. So coming through this way into the bedroom. I'm not entirely sure if the bedroom is a bit too disjointed from the rest of the house or the rest of the apartment. So let me know what you think. We are visually glitching out all over the place, so I will try and edit around that. But coming out this way onto the balcony, we have this little seating area down here, and then we have some more cat things with kitty protection so they don't fall off the edge of the balcony, because some cats are really dumb like that. A nice big entertaining space table, and then if we come back inside and go up the stairs, we have this nice living space with a reading nook back here and also a dining table over here. And then in this door here we just have another little bathroom. And I liked with this little storage area that one of the... Do you mind? I'm talking. I liked that some of it was open and some of it wasn't. And then coming through this way we have the kitchen. So I did this little thing with the plant. I thought that was kind of cool. And then I absolutely adore that sheep with the food bowl. I do need to fill the food bowls up and get them a cat, thinking about it. But yeah, this is the kitchen. We kept it kind of wood tony, but I love that splashback with all those different pops of colour. There's some fancy pendant lights and some plants. So yeah, that is the build. As we're in an apartment, I'm probably going to I'll do the end screen here. And I'm going to pause time so she stops talking. So with that is all we have time for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Please, if you're a Gemini, let me know what you thought of this build, or even if you're not a Gemini, also let me know. I am really enjoying the Zodiac series because it makes me build a lot of things that I'm not typically comfortable with, or it really makes me build outside of my own style as well, which is really fun. Who is next? So it will be Cancer next. I don't know what that will entail yet, but I'm sure we will find out together. So if you have any build suggestions, video suggestions, challenges that you'd like me to do, or anything like that, please let me know. There is no such thing as a bad suggestion. I love any and all feedback that I get. I find it really, really helpful. But with that, I will leave you to the rest of your day. I hope it's a good one, and I will see you next time. Bye!